What's going on, y'all? We're back with another video today. Today we will be recapping the week 1 games and also checking the stats for week 1, recapping that as well. Exciting week. I'm gonna try to make this a weekly thing. We'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna try. So we're gonna start with the Bills versus Rams. I'm gonna touch on every game. Bills Rams, solid game by the Bills. Solid game by the Rams as well. Just I'm gonna play some music because that'll help. All right, solid game by the Bills, solid game by the Rams. Rams just didn't play up to par. Let's see, they scored 10 points in the second quarter. So it was a tie ball game at that point. So 10-10 going into half. Then the Bills just took off. Josh Allen 297, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. I think one of those picks one of them was not his fault, but he did his thing. He looked good. He looked pretty much unstoppable for the most part. Stephon Diggs out there doing work. I saw Jalen Ramsey interview. He said that they weren't in man coverage. He said they were in zone. A lot of them targets were towards Ramsey, but I'm guessing, a lot of it wasn't his fault. He said the only play that they had that was man on man was the one where Jalen fell. It was on that back shoulder throw, and he said that was the only man on man target that Diggs caught on him. He said other than that, he didn't catch anything on him. Gabe Davis looks like an effective weapon. Looking forward to see how that plays out with them. Jameson Carter looks like he's going to be good. Defense played pretty well. Can't say too much bad about them. Stafford 3 interceptions. I can't remember if all of them were his fault. Y'all let me know in the comment section y'all thoughts. Daryl Henderson getting the lead carries, 13 for 47. What do y'all think about the rest of the running backs? Cam Akers 3 touches for 0 yards. I thought Cam was going to be a starter running back. I didn't know that was going to be the case. Cooper Kupp dominant, 13 for 128. They made sure they got him the ball. Pretty much dominated the game. Let's see, we got Tyler Higbee 5 for 39. Daryl Henderson as well, 5 for 26. So he got involved on both sides. Allen Robinson kind of disappointing, 1 catch for 12 yards. That was a little disappointing. But Troy Hill, it's another player to talk about. Troy Hill got in there, an interception. He played pretty well. 6 tackles. He led the team in tackles. 6 tackles. Let's touch on game 2. Eagles versus Lions. We got Jalen Hurts, 243 yards. Jalen, man, he really just dominated this game in my opinion. Took over like from the start. I know that the Lions caught back up, and the Eagles scored 0 in the fourth quarter. It felt like the Eagles took their foot off the gas. It didn't feel like the Lions were just doing a great job of stopping them, and it felt like the Eagles kind of took their foot off the gas a little bit. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But it definitely felt like at the beginning of the game, Jalen Hurts was taking control of the game, getting them out of situations where the play broke down and it really wasn't nothing else to do but get out the pocket. And he did a good job with that. 17 carries, 90 yards, had a rushing touchdown. They had 4 rushing touchdowns in this game. That spoke volumes. Miles Sanders, 96 rushing yards, 7.4 yards per carry. They did their thing. AJ Brown made his mark, man. 10 catches, 155 yards. Dallas Goedert did pretty solid too, 3 for 60. But AJ Brown, did his thing. The issue here was Devontae Smith. They got the W though, so that's all that matters. But Devontae Smith, 0 catches, 0 yards. What happened there? Y'all let me know. Eagles fans. Defensively, from what I remember, they played pretty solid for the most part. Like I said, it didn't feel like the Lions were just doing a great job of stopping them. It kind of felt like the Eagles started getting comfortable, But y'all let me know. Jared Goff 215, 2 touchdowns and a pick. DeAndre Swift came out looking like a monster, man. Their run game was dominant. If they can continue that and keep that up, huge plus for them. Look forward to see what they do during this season, because if you know, okay, we can go to DeAndre, we know the run game is working, you got something reliable to go off of. Continue to take that as an advantage, lead off of that, and it'll open up things, play action. They got a solid crop of receivers. Amon-Ra St. Brown, DJ Chark, TJ Hockenson, Josh Reynolds, Khalif Raymond, Jamison Williams once he comes back. You got a solid crop of receivers, so you drop some nice plays, man. They can really get busy. I'm gonna be honest. Jamal Williams scored him 2 touchdowns. Nice, powerful running back. Defensively, I'm not sure if they just did amazing. I remember them doing solid here and there. They made some plays here and there, but Lions got some potential. Eagles, what I want to see them in the future, don't take y'all foot off the gas, and if y'all do, I feel like, we got to see the defense step up and just still shut the opposing team out, because they made it a close game. It came down to 3 points, you know what I mean? Next we'll talk about the 49ers versus the Bears. Trey Lance didn't play his best, but we'll take in the weather conditions. We're gonna take that into account. It was raining bad, man. It was raining bad. He had 13 carries for 54 yards. He was the leading rusher in the game and had the most carries. In a game like that, it is kind of tough to pass, man. Ball slipping out of everybody's hands. Debo, 52 yards, had a rushing touchdown. That rushing touchdown was really nice. I think he had his first rushing fumble. I don't know. That was my first time I remember seeing Debo fumble. Elijah Mitchell, 6 carries, 41 yards. I think he was injured. He got injured in the game. Y'all let me know. Juwan Jennings led them in receiving, 4 catches, 62 yards. Brandon Ayuk. I'd like to see them add another receiver to this receiving core if possible. If they can get one in trade or free agency, somebody a little dominant. If not, it's cool. I like their system. It's cool. But we'll see. Talanoa Hufanga led them in tackles. That's interesting. And he got a pick. I don't remember he was the one who caught the interception. He played really nice in preseason, and now he's starting. So I'm looking forward to see how that plays out, especially when Jimmy Ward comes back. Was he already starting opposite of Jimmy Ward, or was he starting in place of Jimmy Ward? Y'all let me know. I don't remember. Who's the other starting safety? Who is it? I don't really remember. Not coming to me at the moment. See Tashawn Gibson. Yeah, I'm not sure. See Drake Jackson on there. He got some PT. Justin Fields did his thing, man. Only 8 completions, 8 for 17, but Justin is nice, man. I really like his trajectory. Again, this was a running game. Justin had 11 carries. David Montgomery had 17 carries. Khalil Herbert did his thing. He had some production. He's the most productive back. 9 carries for 45 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry and a touchdown. But Justin, I felt like he's a nice quarterback, man. I think he's gonna really pan out. They're gonna have to continue to build around him. It's crazy. All of these mobile quarterbacks are just looking nice, man. And then we got 2 more coming next season with Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, if I'm not mistaken. It's crazy. Dante Pettis led them in receiving on a big catch, 1 for 51 yards and a touchdown. He was wide open. That was a crazy play. I remember that. Equinemius St. Brown had one catch for a touchdown as well. Darnell Mooney only 1 catch for 8 yards. Can't really put too much on this game considering the weather conditions. We're gonna have to see how the rest of the season goes. Roquan Smith led them in tackles. Kyler Gordon, I think he had him a nice hit in that game, if I'm not mistaken. Jaquan Brisker, y'all let me know how he played. Y'all let me know. Eddie Jackson had him a nice pick. I think he gave up. I think what's his name? Debo kind of ran through him on that touchdown, but he came back, had him a nice pick in that game. We're gonna touch on the Steelers versus the Bengals. Game of the week, best game of the week. Very competitive. Mitch Trubisky didn't play terrible. I'm not gonna say he played great. We'll see how the rest of the season progresses and see how he continues to play. But he played pretty solid in my opinion. Solid enough. It was a competitive game. Again, you hung in there with Joe Burrow. I'm not gonna say he just matched Joe Burrow's production, but you hung in there, and I'm gonna have to give the Steelers defense some credit because they made a lot of plays and they kept them in that game. We're gonna have to see more from Mitch moving forward though. Chase Claypool led them in rushing, 6 carries for 36 yards. There was a few end arounds. I want to see them put him in the backfield. I definitely want to see them get creative like that. That'll be interesting in the future. Najee Harris, 10 carries, 23 yards. I think they said Najee got hurt. but they're gonna have to definitely. Both of these teams' offensive lines didn't play the best, but definitely with the run blocking for the O-line, I definitely want to see that improve. Pat Freiermuth led them in receiving yards, 5 catches, 75 yards, clutch, man. That's a clutch tight end. I think he's going to go down as one of the all-time Steeler great tight ends. When it's all said and done, Deontay Johnson, Zach Gentry, it's a nice duo. I think if they play it right, put them out on the field at the right times, they can be a deadly duo of tight ends. And then you still have some nice threats at receiver with George Pickens, Claypool, Deontay, Miles Boykin got him some reps. Who am I missing? I feel like it's another receiver I'm thinking of that they have. Pickens, Claypool, Deontay. It's another receiver just not coming to mind at the moment. But yeah, Minka led them in tackles, had a pick. Akila Witherspoon had him a nice pick. Cameron Sutton had him a nice pick. Their defense made some plays. If I'm being honest, man, their defense kept them in the game. Joe threw 4 picks. That is crazy. 338 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. Joe Mixon, 27 carries, 82 yards. He had some pivotal runs, but I think Jamar Chase was just really killing it. 10 catches, 129 yards. I didn't know Joe had this many receiving yards. Okay, so he did his thing too in receiving. He had over 100, about 140 all-purpose, scrimmage yards in total. Hayden Hurst, I think he'll be a nice addition as the season goes on. I think Tyler Boyd, he did pretty solid. Had him a touchdown. My coworker, I was talking to him. He told me T. Higgins got hurt. I was wondering why I was seeing a little bit more of Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas is nice too, but I was curious why I didn't see too much T. Higgins. Their defense plays solid too, but I definitely feel like the Steelers defense kept them in this game. We're gonna have to see more again as the season progresses from Mitch. Pats versus Dolphins. Pats did not do enough, man. I seen something saying that Mac Jones might be injured. Y'all let me know about that. I didn't read into it. We got Damian Harris, 9 carries, 48 yards. Ramondre Stevenson, 8 for 25. They didn't really establish much on offense at all. I thought I was going to see Devontae go, have some production. Devontae go off maybe. Jonnu Smith, and he's this solid. Hunter Henry, this solid. Everybody was solid. It just wasn't really nothing outstanding defensively. Like, the defense didn't play terrible. They gave up a lot, but at the same time, the offense wasn't matching. Tua 270, 1 touchdown. From the highlights, it looked like Tua played decent. From what I was told while I was reacting to it on stream, people were saying Tua played pretty terrible. He didn't play well at all. So we'll see how that turns out. Chase Edmonds, 12 carries, 25 yards. Hopefully he can do better in the future. He got the lead carries. I got him in fantasy. I'm rooting for him. So we'll see. I think Chase has good potential. He's a good value player. Can do a lot in the receiving game and in the passing and in the run game. Explosive player. They got Tyreek Hill, 8 catches for 94 yards. They said that was the most by a Dolphins receiver in his debut, so that's interesting. Jalen Waddle had him a nice catch. I think it was I don't know how many yards that was, but he broke away and had him a touchdown. They weren't able to catch him. So this is gonna be a nice duo to see as the season progresses, but they're gonna have to. I don't know. I feel like they have to show me a little bit more. Great win, good win, man. I liked it. But I definitely want to see some more. Maybe this was low key a tough game. Brandon Jones led them in tackles. Mike Gesicki only got 1 catch for 1 yard. Yeah, I think maybe they have to build some chemistry. We'll see. Javon Holland, I think he got him an interception. He did. It was on a batted pass by Xavier Howard. That was nice. I think he had Devontae Parker covered. Is that why Devontae didn't go off? Y'all let me know. We'll see as the season progresses, what both of these teams do. Patriots gonna have to clean it up, man. I know it's only week 1, but they have to show me something moving forward. Dolphins, I like the fact that they won, but again, it's more to be seen as the season progresses. Jacoby Brissett plays solid for the Browns. He played well enough to win. He didn't make too many mistakes. Again, 0 interceptions, so that's good. Nick Chubb, 22 carries, 141 yards, 6.4 yards per carry, 0 touchdowns, but he did his thing. He was dominant, so dominant. He's just a hard running back to stop all around. We all know that. Kareem Hunt, 11 carries, 46 yards and a touchdown. Kareem was a little versatile, had him some catches too in the receiving game, man. Had him a receiving touchdown as well. Anthony Schwartz, 2 carries, 20 yards. I want to see him get involved a little bit more, but we'll see how that plays. I feel like this offense could be so much more creative. They have a solid personnel. I ain't gonna say it's a leader or anything, but they got solid personnel. Donovan Peoples-Jones led them in receiving, 6 catches, 60 yards. Amari Cooper only 3 catches for 17 yards. The run game really is what killed it for them. Their defense played pretty solid. 2 sacks by Myles Garrett, half a sack by Robbie Harrison, half a sack by Clowney, half a sack by John Johnson, half a sack by Tommy. I don't know how to pronounce Tommy's name. Baker Mayfield. Baker started off a little shaky. He kind of picked it up at the end. I think he's gonna have to be that guy at the end of the game, more so often. You know how he played towards the end of this game. Played a little bit better than he did at the beginning. You have to start a little faster. I'm sure there's some chemistry things there, and also just play calling. You know, it's a lot more to it. He just came in learning to play, but you have to get a little bit more comfortable. But it was a good game. You know, we'll see. Gosh. Okay, we'll see what the future holds. C-Mac did solid, but as far as rushing stats, you know, he had some solid runs, but 10 for 33 had him a rushing touchdown. Touchdown was nice. Baker had him a rushing touchdown. That was nice as well. Like I said, I just want to see, you know, a little bit more consistency from Baker. That's what it is for me. Robbie Anderson had him 5 catches, 102 yards, had him a big touchdown catch. Ian Thomas I know he had him a big wide open. I think it was either a wide open catch or it was a screen. I can't remember exactly. I think this offense can be productive. They have some nice pieces, but we'll see as time, you know, as the season progresses. They have solid potential with this team. They have solid personnel. We're just gonna have to see how it plays out. Brian Burns, Jeremy Chin led them in tackles. Frankie Louvu, J.C. Horn. All right, man. We'll move on to the next one. The Colts versus Texans, the only tie of the week, unfortunately. Texans started off hot. Texans defense played nice. They played well. They were doing good. They were containing. It looked like they had the Colts number. It looked like the Colts were not there yet. You know, it looked like the Texans improved. It looked like the Texans took a leap in this offseason. They're not in that way. Matt Ryan ended with 352 yards, 1 touchdown, a pick. Jonathan Taylor, from the highlights, it looked like they were containing Jonathan Taylor up until about the 4th quarter. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. Y'all let me know if you watched the game in full. But it looked like from the highlights they were containing him up until the 4th quarter. I didn't really see too much going off. Michael Pittman, I didn't really see too much crazy stuff going on with the Colts. But like Texans were doing a good job, and then as the 4th quarter and overtime came, it was pretty much done with. They were you know, getting abused, man. Michael Pittman, 9 catches, 121 yards. Jonathan Taylor, of course, went off. Matt Ryan had him 4 rushes. Naheem Hines, 6 catches, 50 yards. Ashton Doolin, Paris Campbell made him some plays in that game. They were missing Darius Leonard. Well, Shaquille Leonard. They were missing Shaquille Leonard. So he's going to be a big play for them when he comes back. Texans going to have to start it how they did. They're going to have to, I don't know, man. Maybe the Colts figured them out and broke them down. But Texans going to have to figure out some formula to stop and contain that run game in order to win next time. Because once Leonard comes back, he's going to be a game changer on defense. Mills played solid, 240, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Rex Burkhead led them in rushing, 14 for 40. Damian Pierce, 11 for 33, so he didn't really do too much. Brandon Cooks, reliable, 7 for 82. RJ Howard, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. He looks like he'll be a threat moving forward. I definitely think so. Brevin Jordan only 1 for 5. Grugier Hill, Jonathan Owens, I saw him everywhere, man. He was making a lot of tackles. I don't know if it was just him allowing catches or him just being in the right place at the right time. Y'all let me know. But I saw him a lot throughout the highlights. I didn't even know he was starting, or you know, I didn't know he was like that. But good to see. Congrats for him. But yeah, man, only tie of the week. For the Colts, keys for next time, start fast, establish that run game, dominate play action, do all all the stuff that you got to do. I think Michael Pittman, Matt Ryan knows how to get the ball to his receivers, so I think he's going to do big things with Michael Pittman. I definitely see it happening. So that's going to be that. I think this will be Michael Pittman's best year of his career. At this time, I think it's gonna be Michael Pittman's best year of his career. I want to see more from Dameon Pierce. Once this Texans offense gains more chemistry, Chris Moore made some nice plays, but once they get comfortable with OJ Howard, it's going to open up things for Brandon Cooks, Nico Collins, and the rest of the team. So we'll see the next time they meet, but it'll be a very interesting matchup. Again, if it's later in the season, cool. If it's a little earlier, I don't know. I got mixed feelings about it. Saints versus Falcons. This was a good game. I liked it. I like this game a lot. Happy for Jameis Winston, man. He looked very comfortable, looked very established as a starting quarterback. Hopefully he can make this run throughout the season. I'm gonna say the same thing for Marcus Mariota. I'm gonna touch on the Saints first, but James Winston looked very comfortable. Taysom Hill led them in rushing, 4 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown. That he had a big run in that game that really contributed to most of that. Alvin Kamara didn't really get too many touches. He didn't go crazy, but he averaged 4.3 yards a carry. Mark Ingram 5.5 yards a carry. But they were contributing. They were making noise with the pass, man. Jarvis Landry 7 catches, 114 yards. Michael Thomas 5 catches. 2 of them were touchdowns, 57 yards. Jawan Johnson made some noise. Chris Olave looks nice. They look like they're going to be a nice offense. I'm looking forward to see how the chemistry develops. Pete Werner, I liked him out of where did he come from? Was it Ohio State, if I'm not mistaken? Y'all let me know. But I remember watching his college highlights. The reaction should be on the channel. But man, he looked good. I felt really good about him when I did watch his highlights. I felt good about him last year, and to see him starting now and to see him playing as good as he did week 1, I hope he can keep that up. This looks like this can be a solid defense moving forward. It looks like they have a lot of potential. So we'll see. But this looks like a really good team. Even though they lost, Marcus Mariota played solid in my opinion. 20 for 33. Again, in the highlights, I didn't really see too much mistakes. 215 yards, no touchdowns, but no picks as well. So that is a plus. He got 12 carries for 72 yards on the ground. Had a rushing touchdown. He didn't look bad to me at all. Cordell Patterson looked extremely explosive. 22 carries, 120 yards, and a touchdown. He looked so explosive in this game, man. He looked like a legit running back. You would not think this man was playing receiver at one point, as good as he was playing running back. If he can keep this up, I see his first 1,000-yard season. I wish him the best and hope he can pull 1,000 and 1,000, I wish him the best, but we'll see. But he had an amazing game starting as running back. Happy to see he got paid. Drake London led them in receiving. Kudos to him, man. I would have thought Kyle Pitts would have led them, but hey, Drake did his thing. Came out 5 for 74. Was at the right place at the right time. Zacchaeus, I think he had a big fumble in that game that was not good, but he's solid. Cardell Harris solid. This looks like this team has potential. I'm gonna be honest with you. They look like they have potential to be competitive. I want to see them against I don't even know what to say. Maybe a Bucs, because the Saints could be like that. I would say the Packers, but the Packers, they didn't have a good week 1 game. But I want to see once the contenders are really established what they do at the end of the season, towards the end of the season. I just want to see how everything develops for them, because this team looks like they have a lot of potential. We'll see. I like their offense. I don't know how I feel about their defense completely, but y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Ravens versus Jets. Ain't too much to say on this. Lamar did Lamar things, he was him. That's it. Rashad Bateman, 2 for 59. They look like they kept trying to connect on that deep ball that they finally got to him for a touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 4 catches, 2 of them were touchdowns. He had a nice showing. Mark Andrews, 5 for 52. DeMarcus Robinson, 2 for 19. Kenyon Drake, 1 for 15. They played solid. They didn't really have to do much. I feel like they were a better team. The Jets were competing at the beginning, but the Ravens took off, and again, like they just were the better team. Joe Flacco struggled. The offensive line did not do the best as far as protection. Michael Carter had him some nice runs in this game. This game kind of made me question the Breece Hall pick. Why pick another running back when Michael Carter had a good game, had a good season last year as a rookie? Why pick another running back in the first? Why not use that on the offensive lineman to help your quarterback? Something in that nature. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. It could be a good duo, but still, you had Michael Carter. You had a good running back. Running backs are, it's an athletic position. Offensive line is a technical position. You need somebody who has technique, athleticism. It can be developed, but you can replace running backs a little easier than you can replace offensive linemen. So I don't know. To each his own. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Corey Davis led them in receiving, 6 catches, 77 yards. Garrett Wilson had a nice showing, 4 for 52. He made some nice catches in this game. Elijah Moore, 5 for 49. Michael Carter, 7 catches as well for 40 yards. So he had 100 scrimmage yards. They play solid. They play solid. Their defense looks competitive. CJ Mosley, Quincy Williams, Jordan Whitehead, Quan Alexander, Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, Jermaine Johnson, LaMarcus Joyner. This looks like this could be a solid defense, if I'm being honest with y'all. Like they built that chemistry, add a few more pieces. This looks like this could be a solid defense. I'm looking forward to see them progress throughout the season. I think this defense will win them some games. It would be a strange upset, but this defense will win them some games. Jaguars versus the Commanders. Trevor Lawrence didn't play terrible, but he didn't play his best game. James Robinson, 11 for 66 and a touchdown. He looked pretty good. Travis Etienne, 4 carries for 47 yards. I got him starting as my running back on fantasy. I thought he was going to be starting this season, but we'll see. We'll see as the season progresses if that happens. Just with him being a younger, more explosive back, I don't know, but they look like they could be a nice duo. So I like James Robinson, so I don't want to wish negative on him, but we'll see how things play out. But Travis he looks very explosive. Looks like he could take that load if necessary. Christian Kirk, 6 for 117 yards. Hey, money man. Hey, let's see what numbers he put up this season. 117 yards. Zay Jones, 6 for 65. Marvin Jones, 4 for 38. Evan Ingram, 4 for 28. They surrounded Trevor with a veteran receiving corps. So it's kind of interesting. They took some guys who are a little bit more established and they put them in there. So it's gonna be kind of interesting. Devin Lloyd led them in tackles. Alu Okan, I didn't know he was on the team. Okay, the defense didn't play terrible, play solid, but just wasn't enough to win. Carson Wentz, 313, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. He played pretty solid. Antonio Gibson, 14 for 58, no fumbles. Good. Let's keep it that way. I like Antonio a lot, man. It's just the fumbles that kind of turn me off, bro. But he has nice potential as a running back. Curtis Samuel, 4 for 17. Antonio Gibson led them in receiving as well, 7 catches, 72 yards. So I know they did a lot of screens and stuff like that. Terry had 2 catches, a touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 8 catches, a touchdown. Jahan Dotson, 3 catches, 2 touchdowns. Excuse me. Jahan looks like he's gonna be nice. Good to see Logan Thomas back, man. I think I want to see him produce and make some noise. He was nice when he was playing. I feel like I kind of forgot about him. I think a lot of people forgot about him a little bit, but we'll see as the season progresses, see what he does. Their defense played nice. Derek Forrest had him a nice hit on Travis Etienne. He had an interception too. Okay, he did his thing, man. Is Forrest the rookie? Y'all let me know about him. I don't think I really know about him. Y'all inform me. I'm just trying to keep this pushing, but if he is, I want to see his college tape, because that hit he had and the fact that he got a pick in that game showed me, putting some work in. That's a pretty good stat line. Aaron Rodgers did not play his best game. We're not gonna put too much on it because I know a lot of y'all saw the stat line. He did the same thing last year in week 1 to end up winning MVP, and they went on to have a really good season. Run game was solid. 9.8 average carries, yards per carry. Same AJ Dillon, 4.5 yards per carry. Romeo Doubs had 1 carry for 11 yards. I honestly, I saw that pass that Christian Watson dropped, but honestly, man, I think that this receiving core, I think they're gonna gain some chemistry and game momentum as the season goes. I'm really not too worried at all. Some people may be, but I actually am not. I feel very, very positive about this team. It could be just me. Quay Walker led them in tackles. Okay, Rook. Jair Alexander back. Who was that rookie D tackle they got? Can't think of his name. Devontae Wyatt is what I'm thinking of. He had assisted tackle. Vikings, Kirk Cousins, 277 yards, 2 touchdowns, did his thing, man. Looked efficient, looked like Kirk. Dalvin Cook, 20 carries, 90 yards. Alexander Madison, 8 for 36. I can't wait to see Ty Chandler start getting some touches. Justin Jefferson, 9 for 184, dominated. 2 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson dominated. man, this if this man can get another 1,400-yard season, 3 in a row, we got to start talking about his trajectory all time. I'm gonna be real with y'all, bro. We have to start talking about that 1,400-yard seasons in a row from your rookie season to your third season. Hold on, camera just turned off, but we definitely have to have that discussion for real. Cause man, and we gotta stop talking about Kirk Cousins like he a scrub. I'm gonna be honest, like I don't talk about him like that, but a lot of people do. So that tendency is there. Hold on, y'all, baby waking up from her nap. Hold up. Oh yeah, like I said, we could, I think people gotta stop talking about Kirk Cousins in such a negative light. I feel like he's a solid quarterback, man. He has winning potential. I feel like it's more of the organization than it is him, in my opinion. Teach his own. Adam Thielen, good weapon. Jordan Hicks came in first game, man. 9 tackles, led them in tackles. Harrison Smith had him some really big plays in this game. I think he had a stop at the 1 yard line. He had him an interception. Had him some good tackles, man. Zadarius Smith looked like he was doing his thing, man. Had him some good pressure. Daniil Hunter had a sack. He had a sack. DJ Wonnum had a sack. Jordan Hicks had a sack. They were doing their thing, man. Defensively looked like they putting something together. We'll see. We'll see if it's real or if it's a fluke, man. We'll see. Y'all let me know, Vikings fans, what y'all thoughts are. Giants versus Titans. This was a really good game to watch. Very entertaining game. I like both of these teams. To an extent, I like the Giants a little bit more because I like players on their team more. We'll talk about Daniel Jones. He didn't do solid as far as stats go. 17 for 21. I heard people say he did bad. Y'all let me know, but that's not bad. That's efficient technically. 188, 2 touchdowns and an interception. I think the interception, there was a problem with that. I don't really remember the pick that he threw exactly in my head. I think it was an easy pick too. Now that I'm thinking about it, did he throw it to like the right side of the? No, he threw it to the left side of the field. And he got jumped, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all let me know if I'm thinking about the right game. Saquon, this is my favorite running back, man. Good to see him back and healthy, dominated, looking like the first round pick, looking like the generational talent that he is, And if he can stay healthy and put these numbers up, man, he has a bright future ahead of him. A jacket future ahead of him. I really believe so. Sterling Shepard, 2 catches, 71 yards. Richie James, 5 for 59. They have a solid receiving core. I don't understand why. I don't know, man. I feel like they don't put them in all of the best positions, but they did a great job showing something different. Because this offensive line did not look this good run blocking last year. They did not look this good. So that's showing some progression. We seeing some progression there. Defensively, they had some good plays. Tay Crowder had him a big hit on Derrick Henry that was just trending everywhere. Defensively, they put it together. It looked like they could do some things this year. Titans, Ryan Tannehill, 266 for 2 touchdowns. Derrick Henry, 21 carries for 82 yards. It's very lackluster, I feel like maybe they didn't try to force feed him the ball. Maybe the Giants defense was just doing a good job run stopping. Y'all let me know. Again, I didn't watch the game in full. I watched the highlights, so y'all let me know. Kyle Phillips led them in receiving, 6 for 66 yards. I did not know that. That's interesting. Dontrell Hilliard, 3 catches, 61 yards and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, he was just coming out of nowhere, using him out the backfield like that. It's very interesting. Treylon Burks, 3 for 55. I didn't really see him too much in the highlights. He didn't really pop out to me, but hopefully he does pan out. Robert Woods only had 1 catch for 13 yards. Chigozium looks like he could possibly be a nice piece, we'll see how it plays out. And they got Austin Hooper. That's two pretty solid tight ends. Their defense plays solid, just not solid enough to get the win. Couldn't stop Saquon at all. Couldn't stop the run at all. And the Giants just made enough plays just to get the win. And I think they missed the kick as well. So that was a good game from both teams. Raiders versus Chargers. The Chargers looked good, but we're gonna talk about the Raiders first. The Raiders, Derek Carr, 295, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. Played solid. Looked like he was kind of trying to force in some things at certain points in the game. But y'all let me know your thoughts. Josh Jacobs, 10 for 57. Josh looks like the plays that I watched, it looked like he was running very dominantly. So it's kind of confusing why he only got 10 carries. It looked like he was doing good. Like he had some really good runs, some really strong runs. Looked like his old self. I don't know if it was like a volume thing or what, but he looked good. So I don't know why they only got 10 carries. Devontae. He's a one-on-one. He's a one-on-one matchup nightmare. So he's going to eat regardless. There's no way you can say Devontae unless you just put. I don't know if we have that corner right now in the league that y'all let me know. Has somebody ever shut down Devontae Adams like one-on-one? Like, was it? Because I think it was a game where like the Packers were just running or something. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Has somebody done that? Like, Devontae's gonna eat one-on-one. Dan Waller had him a solid game. Hunter Renfrow 3 for 21. Brandon Bolden 2 catches, 1 touchdown. Josh Jacobs 1 catch, 16 yards. Defensively, I can't really remember how they did. Can't remember how they did for real defensively. I just know the Chargers were killing it. Justin Herbert 279, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Austin Eckler 14 carries, 36 yards. They play really good offensively. Keenan Allen 4 for 66. I think he got injured and left the game. DeAndre Carter 3 for 64, a touchdown. Gerald Everett looked like he's gonna be a nice addition. 3 for 54 yards and a touchdown. Derwin James led them in tackles. Khalil Mack went off, bro. This defense is like they're gonna be crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie. Drew Tranquil, Kenneth Murray, Kyle Van Noy. Linebacker core played really nice. Defensive line played really nice. The DB core is nice. Then they getting J.C. Jackson back pretty soon. This team looks like they are loaded, man. They look like they have a lot of potential. We'll see how the season progresses. We'll see about their next matchup. The Raiders gonna have to like tone it down, clean some things up here and there. They got solid potential, but the Chargers, man, they look really good. Chiefs versus Cardinals. I said this. I don't know. There's some videos back. I don't know when I said that I feel like Pat Mahomes is going to do good because he has depth and more weapons. He's going to be able to spread the ball. I mean, I didn't predict it to be such a flawless game like this, but I predicted he's going to have a good season because he doesn't have one guy to focus on. It's the spread. Andy Reid is a good play caller. He did his thing. We'll see if this continues. I believe it will. Juju looked nice. I ain't gonna lie, man. Juju looked nice. He looked reliable. He looked very much reliable. Pat Mahomes again, 365 touchdowns, no picks, only 30 for 39. Isaiah Pacheco, he checked in later in the game, 12 carries, 62 yards, looked really good, had a rushing touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire 7 for 42. I think Isaiah's going to get him some more carries, if I'm being honest. I feel like he's a similar style running back to Ronald Jones, and I think he's going to take those carries that Ronald Jones is going to get, just my opinion, but they have depth. So they have that luxury for 4 running backs. They got depth, man. Travis Kelce dominant, 8 catches, 121 yards. Wherever he was, he's catching it. A touchdown. Juju Smith again. I feel like Juju was looking very reliable. Marquez Valdes-Scantling reliable when he was there. Clyde had 3 catches, 32 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I forgot that he had 2. Okay. McCole Hardman had a touchdown as well. Sky Moore got him a catch for 30 yards. This team looks, again, I said this, even defensively, the rookies, the additions that they added, this is like one of the most complete and deepest teams that I feel like that the Chiefs have had since Mahomes has got there, man. It's my personal opinion. It looked nice. Cardinals, Kyler Murray, 193, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Why did Trace McSorley check in? Was that because they're getting blown out? Benjamin, I think they're gonna have to get more involved. I definitely think so. Cause it's like how they had with what's my guy name who went to the Dolphins. I can't think of his name right now. The running back who was just with them last year. It just escaped my mind. I was just talking about him earlier. But how they had with Chase Edmonds last year with him and Connor rotating, and then Eno would check in. Sometimes I think they'll have to put Eno in the Chase Edmonds role. James Conner, they still rotate, on key downs, and they'll have to implement another running back in there to get that same success that they had last year. I think it's a good success equation. Greg Dortch led them in catching, 7 for 63. Marquise Brown 4 for 43 and the touchdown. He had him a nice block in that game as well. They just couldn't get it done, man. They couldn't stop the Chiefs, man. They can clean up some things on defense, but I just think that they were just outmatched in that game. Buccaneers versus Cowboys. Tom Brady 212, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Didn't look terrible, but didn't look just elite or anything. But Tom, you know, we have these games. It is what it is. Ain't gonna put too much on this. Week 1, Leonard Fournette looked really good. I think I saw him wobbling though. I mean, not wobbling, limping. So I don't know, you know, if he's injured or not. Y'all let me know the status on that. But he had 21 carries, 127 yards. Looked good as the number 1 back. But I do want to see them rotate because you want to save Leonard Fournette for the playoffs. I mean, if he's healthy, great, but you know, we don't know that. You know, it's a risk. He's gonna take a lot of carries, taking a lot of hits, taking all of these carries. You know, so we'll see. But I definitely want to see them rotate a little bit more. If they need to sign another back, whatever. Mike Evans led them receiving 5 for 71. Julio did his thing, 3 for 69. I think Julio is going to be a 1,000-yard receiver. When you break it down, bro, to get 1,000 yards, all you need is like 60-something yards a game. I think it's very possible. As long as he stays healthy, we'll say that. I think he will be a 1,000-yard receiver for this team because they receivers are injured a lot, whether it be Chris Godwin. I think they said something about Gage, questionable. Mike Evans, you know, he misses time from time to time, so we'll see. But Mike for sure 1,000. Chris maybe, but it depends on availability. But I think Julio has the capability to be a 1,000-yard receiver still, as long as he stays healthy. Their defense played pretty well. Antoine Winfield got him a nice interception in that game. Cowboys, Dak Prescott is going to be gone. I said this, I was talking to my coworkers about it. I say, why don't they sign Cam Newton? Jerry Jones, he want to sell tickets. Cam Newton will sell tickets, you know. Either you trust Cooper Rush or you sign a Cam Newton. Why not sell tickets, you know? Do you trust Cooper Rush to win you games? Or do you just want to sell tickets, you know? Cam can come in there and compete, possibly, you know. I think that'll make some noise. Just my opinion. But Ezekiel Elliott 10 for 52. I seen some people saying that Zeke was doing pretty decent and they just stopped going to him. Tony Pollard only 6 carries for 8 yards. That's kind of tough. Noah Brown led them in receiving, 5 catches, 68 yards. CD only 2 for 29. You know, I took Keenan Allen over CD in fantasy, and I said that during the highlight, and I was like, man, I wonder if I made the right decision. And crazy how Dak is hurt now, so it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. Their defense looks good. Their defense looks pretty solid. This was a defensive game, so we're gonna see how the rest plays out as the season progresses. You know, quarterback issue is gonna be a problem for them, man. They're gonna have to figure that out. It's gonna hold them back, but the Bucs look good. We're gonna see how everything goes with them. Broncos versus Seahawks. Russell Wilson, he played solid in his first game, 340 yards, a touchdown. Melvin Gordon 12 for 58. Javonte looked good, man. On almost every touch he got, he looked pretty good. Jerry Jeudy 4 for 102 and a touchdown. Cortland Sutton looking like himself. Javonte with 11 catches, 65 yards. He just came out there, did his thing. Andrew Beck came out there, had him some nice catches as well. I wasn't pretty familiar with him, but I'm gonna keep an eye out for him. Albert O 5 for 33. Defensively, trying to remember how they performed. I don't really know. I don't remember performing just amazing defense. They made some plays. They had some stops. That was good. Seahawks defense did as well. I ain't gonna lie, Seahawks defense actually kind of surprised me. Geno Smith played very efficient, 23 for 28, 195, 2 touchdowns. Rashad Penny 12 for 60. Will Dissly led them in receiving. They did enough to win. And again, like I said, Geno surprised me for how efficient he was and some of the throws that he was making and getting out the pocket and escaping sacks and his mobility. He looked very seasoned. He looked very comfortable. I ain't gonna lie, man. Proud of him. We'll see how this plays out throughout the season and the consistency. Jordan Brooks led them in tackles, 10 for 2. Again, like I said, the defense looked pretty solid. I think they said something about Jamal Adams might be out for the season. Y'all let me know. I don't know too much about that. But we almost done. I'm going to just check the player stats real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. This is a long video already. Let's see, just passing yards. We'll look at yards. Mahomes, Matt Ryan, Russell Wilson, Joe Burrow, Carson Wentz, Joe Flacco, 307. Okay. We're going to just skim through this. The video is way longer than I expected. Saquon leading the league in rushing as of right now. Jonathan Taylor 161. DeAndre Swift. So we had 6 600-yard rushers. Okay. And Jalen Hurts in there. Let's see for receiving. Cooper Kupp. I think we had a few 100-yard receivers. We had a lot. Jerry Jeudy, Robbie Anderson, Jarvis Landry, Christian Kirk, Michael Pittman, Travis Kelce, Stephon Diggs, Cooper Kupp, Jamar Chase. Receiving core is crazy, man. Fumbles. Can we see some forced fumbles? Nazir Adderley, Okay, so nobody with 2 forced fumbles, but they did their thing. Let's see tackles, combined tackles. Grugier Hill had 18. Jonathan Owens had 15. I know he was having a tough time with Jonathan Taylor towards the end of that game, man. Let's see solo tackles. See about that. Pete Werner 12. Grugier Hill 11. Interceptions. Anybody with 2 picks? Nobody with 2 picks. We had a bunch of ones. Had a whole bunch of ones. All right, man. Kick return. No kick return touchdowns this week. Yeah, no kick return touchdowns this week. No punt return touchdowns this week either, but we did have some good returns. All right, man. We're going to end it there. I appreciate y'all for watching. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe. More to come. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.